What's going on, everybody? This is Krydos3153 coming at you with some more Sacred Siege content, but normally I would be going into Chapter 19, but with everything that's kind of been piling up on me and everything whatnot, because I have everybody alive and everyone unlocked right now, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through all the characters in this hack, and I'm going to go ahead and give them ratings, 1 through 5 stars and whatnot like that, because I have everyone here. Everyone's here. Everyone's basically as... well, they're all here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go through with the ratings and everything now. Please keep in mind, this hack still needs to be very polished. I've gotten feedback from someone else I sent it to, saying that this definitely needs to be rebalanced to make it not super challenging, but it's a little too easy right now as it stands. So what I'm going to be doing basically is I'm going to look at base value with growth rates and whatnot, each character, and how they perform as opposed to who they replaced in the game. So with that being said, let us get started with the Lord I chose for this run, and that is Parvati. Now, I'm going to go right off the bat and say that a Wyvern Rider for a Lord class is a very, very strong choice, especially considering she goes over Ephraim, who's good with lances anyways. So she's already got a lot going for her. Her growths aren't that bad. The only thing really I have going against her is that speed growth. Because there were more times than not that I found her not being able to double when I needed her to double to kill some things. So that's really the only downside with Parvati here. I mean, 13 res is a Wyvern Lord. I mean, for a Wyvern Lord, that's insane. That's insane, because it actually means she can take a magic hit or two. And not only that, but she also has the personal skill renewal, which restores 30% of her max HP at the start of every turn. And renewal on a very defensive unit, like a Wyvern Lord, is absolutely insane. As you can kind of see as well, she's actually very balanced with her stat spread. She starts out very balanced with her stat spread. So overall, I'm going to rate Parvati 4 out of 5 stars, and it's not due to the fact that she's a bad unit. No, invest into her definitely. She's a great Lord class character. Rose's Thorn is actually a very powerful lance. I mean, it has infinite uses, so already you're going to be using it forever. Like, you're never going to have a lance that breaks. And it gives you basically access to the Slayer skill. So there's that going for her. But yeah, very balanced unit. Great class choice for replacement Lord. She's way better than Ephraim in my opinion. Yeah, Parvati, 4 out of 5 stars. If she had a little more speed, I'd give her 5. But anyways. We come to our Dancer unit, which is Jean. Dancer units are just basically some of the best units you could ever get. I mean, for Fire Emblem. I mean, okay. I say that given the fact that I don't use Dancer classes a lot, but with the way we did the growth rates on Jean, where we basically said, okay, she's not going to fight. Do away with Strength, Magic, and skill growths. Just give her Speed and Luck, Defense and Res, and HP. And this is literally one of the best Dancer units I've ever seen, because all she does is refresh his units. There is no need to have growths in the other categories. Just give her growths and stuff that helps her avoid, and she is a great unit. Given my opinion on Dancers, though, and how little I use them, I will give her 4 out of 5 stars, because she is a Dancer, and she is a reliable dodge tank, and she can go into range of staffs and possibly not get hit. Rally speed is decent. Can definitely help in certain situations where you need speed to kill a unit. But yeah, I don't generally use enhancers a lot. I've actually found myself using Jean a lot more than any dancer in any other Fire Emblem game. So, you know what? For that reason, I give her 4 out of 5 stars. She's a pretty good dodge tank. Just make sure you keep her alive. I mean, you can live without her, probably, but I definitely try to keep her alive. Oh, this unit. This unit. David. Okay, so let me start out by saying that at first glance when Flash showed me this unit, I was very against using him because he's the E1 replacement, alright? Let's get one thing straight. He's the E1 replacement, and he started as a cleric, alright? So already I was very leery of using him, but when Flash reduced his starting level to 1 and changed his bases just a little bit, I decided, you know what, let's give him a chance. He actually turned out... The Flash is going to harass me for this. I see it coming. He turned out a lot better than I expected him to. I'm gonna be outright and I'm gonna say that, okay? Because he's got 21 speed on a bishop. 40 HP as a bishop, by the way. 40 HP as a bishop. I've not seen a bishop this tanky in a long time. So, I'll give David that. I mean, Staff Savant basically turns all the one-range staffs into, like, Hoshiden staffs, which is great. Bishop gives him Slayer. So, I mean, yeah, I'll give him... Yeah, I'll give him 4 out of 5 stars. I'll give him 4 out of 5 stars. He's been pretty decent as a unit. Magic growth has kind of been a little lackluster, but I think the idea with this unit was to make him a dodge tank slash tank. But he's actually been quite good on the offensive too, just a little bit. I mean, if you watch my videos, you just saw him hit a double 10% crit recently, so I can't complain much. Flash, yeah, you heard me say it. I just praised your unit. Shove it down my throat later, bud. Yeah, David, 4 out of 5 stars, not that bad. Now we come to, in my personal opinion, the better healer of this game. This is like the best healer of this game. I'm gonna be outright and give her 5 out of 5 stars right now, because you get an early game Troubadour as soon as Chapter 2. She is the, I believe, the Molder replacement, if I'm remembering right, or is she the Vanessa replacement? No, Era's the Vanessa replacement. Yeah, so, Lucky is a very, very, very good support unit, being a Troubadour, and also having, the personal skill down here, White Pool, which gives, when she stands next to a unit, they get attack and attack speed plus 5, which is insane. That is absolutely insane to have on a support unit. Like, literally, you can put someone that needs the attack and the speed in front of her, and they'll just start hitting hard and doubling. So, Lucky is really good as a unit. Considering she joined so early on as a healer unit, at Troubadour no less, she is really, really good. Really invested into her. I give her 5 out of 5 stars. She's really good. She is a very good unit to have early on, and she will never fall off throughout the entirety of the game. Then we come to the other lord of this hack, which is Jessie. This is one of my characters that I added in. And to be real, I'm going to give Jessie 3 out of 5 stars, and here's why. Yeah, you look at her stats, but you look at her HP. It's pretty decent. But the problem is that even though she has a decent HP growth, for whatever reason, the RNG just hates giving Jessie HP. So, more times than not, and Flash has made comments on this, we will get her and she will only have around 20 HP whenever she rejoins later. If you choose to go Parvati's route. If you choose to go her route, she will very rarely level HP at all. So, I don't know what the deal is. I mean, Swordfair was a very great skill to put on her. Swordmaster is a great class for her. She's a really good dodge tank, but the HP, man, like, I mean, it grew decently this run, but, like, that HP needs to really be fixed. If you get angelic robes, put it on Jessie, because she needs to be able to survive, because she's one of the lords of this game. I don't know why the HP growth is not going well for her. It's just, I mean, it went better this run, but regardless, I give her 3 out of 5 stars, because while she is great as a unit, she needs HP. She just needs HP. Actually, with Swordfire, I changed my mind. I give her 4 stars, but barely 4 stars because of the fact of her low HP. So, 3 to 4 star unit. I mean, she's a lord. You have to invest in her. Try to get her trained up really good. Just watch that HP, man. 5 out of 5 star unit. Okay, why did his skill get changed? See, when I started out, Fern had aptitude. So I'm going to have to talk to Flash about this because he changed his hack. Last I checked, Fern had aptitude as his personal skill, but I guess Flash changed it to Vantage? I'll have to ask him that, but with aptitude, I mean, I still give Fern 5 out of 5 stars for how he turns out, not only the last run, but this run as well. Invest in this unit. I'm not going to change my views on it. I have the same views on this run as I did for the first ever run I did of this hack. Fern is just an amazing unit. I'm trying to figure out why the skill got changed to Vantage instead of Aptitude, because he had Aptitude before. I'll have to ask Flash about that. Anyways, moving on, we have Zio here. Zio, this run actually turned out a lot better than the last run. I got her killed the last run I did, so I couldn't show her off then, but I can show her off now. Personally, she is the Cormog replacement, by the way. And I'm gonna be real, I don't think she does much better than Cormog. I actually think she does a little bit worse than Cormog when it comes to availability as a unit. I mean, yeah, she has good defense, good speed, good skill, good strength. I mean, I'm not going to dog her for all that. And her personal skill is actually really good, steady stance. Especially when she's dealing with a horde of physical foes. But, honestly, I give Zio 3 out of 5 stars. Because of the fact that she is the Cormog replacement, and there is kind of high expectations there, because Cormog is like one of the best characters in Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. I mean, yeah, sure. As I've heard, this hack is really easy. It's really easy to complete with basically anyone. But I'm still giving these ratings based on what I'm hoping the rebalances in the future will be for this hack. So, personally, I give Zio 3 out of 5 stars. You could definitely train up other Axe units to replace her. The utility with bows, though, is kind of nice. It deals with flyers really nicely, but still, I mean, yeah. I think I'm going to keep her there. 3 out of 5 stars. Not a great unit, but not a bad unit either. Then we come to Era. I chose to make her a Wyvern Knight for this run. This run definitely showcased the differences between Era and Shelby in their Wyvern builds. Because I know the last run they turned out very similarly, like very interchangeably. But this run they definitely separated out in terms of what their growths are and everything like that. Anyways. Era's pretty decent. You get her Chapter 2 alongside Lucky. And she has Miracle here, which survives lethal attacks if her HP is above 50%. This is great for dealing with archers, especially. Personally, I give Era 4 out of 5 stars. I mean, I'm gonna be real here. Wyvern classes are like my most favoritist classes. because of how strong they are. So I can't really give any Wyvern class below 4 out of 5 stars personally because of how well they just do. She is worse than Parvati though, because as you can tell, her resistance down here is 5 compared to Parvati's 13. So whereas Parvati has a good res growth, the other Wyvern builds, Shelby and Era here, they have worse res growths akin to what a usual Wyvern unit should be, in my personal opinion. But that aside, 4 out of 5 stars, great unit. Ryu did a lot better this run than last run. She turned out a lot better in all of her stats with leveling up. Personally, I give her 4 out of 5 stars. I know I'm giving a lot of 4 out of 5 stars, but a lot of these units turned out really good. Trust me, the bias will go down as we go further down this list, guys. But what makes Ryu so good, I believe, is actually this Inspiration personal skill, which gives allies within 2 tiles plus 2 damage and minus 2 damage that they take. So it's really good skill, honestly, because it allows her allies to deal more damage and take less damage. And she herself actually is very good at killing and actually taking attacks. So, not to mention, she's a really good dodge tank with 24 speed. I mean, 24 speed is amazing. So, I give her 4 out of 5 stars. Pretty good. You get her at Chapter 5. She's a Joshua replacement. Definitely invest into her. She can be really good, just like this. If she starts falling off on defense, though, I would take her off the team. I personally would. So, I mean, that's what I did the last run. Anyways, we are moving on now to the other hero unit, Takahashi, or the other Merc unit, my bad. Takahashi is really good because of this skill here, which is Lucky 7. He gets plus 20 hit and avoid until the 7th turn. This is really good for a lot of maps, especially his joint chapter and afterward, because most of the time you can get through most maps almost in 7 turns and under, so that actually helps him out very well, not only to hit but to avoid attacks. I mean, past that point he's still very good. I personally give him 4 out of 5 stars because of the fact that after Lucky 7 wears off, he starts to really show his weaknesses a lot more. But I mean, other than that, I mean, he's pretty solid. I think Ryu did a little better with leveling up this run. Yeah, still 4 out of 5 star unit. I mean, if you lost Ryu getting up to the point of getting Takahashi, definitely get Takahashi because he's a very good unit. Next we come up to Penny. I'm still rating Penny higher than Angela because of just how she was built as an archer unit. I mean, she's already capped her defense. My gosh, I didn't even realize that. But yeah, armor and blow plus 10 defense when initiating battle is insane. Is absolutely insane, especially when you get her ranger. I always go ranger for her, and I always go ranger for most of my bone units because of that extra movement that allows them to just be so lethal on the field of battle. I mean, anytime I have the ability to go ranger, I mean, yeah, sure, Mercs can go ranger, so I could have chose ranger for Ryu and Takahashi both. But I just think hero fits those 2 characters more, which is why I didn't go for ranger for them. But anyways, Penny is very great as a unit, definitely. I'd wager I almost give her 5 out of 5 stars. Actually, I will. I think I'll give her 5 out of 5 stars because she has had a lot of potential for me in the past, and if you train her up, she's the Amelia replacement, so already that says a lot because I've seen a lot of people be very successful with Amelia as a unit. So I would definitely train up Penny because she apparently got that Amelia touch from being her replacement. So yeah, 5 out of 5 star unit, definitely. I mean, at least for me. If you guys have anything else to add to that, I mean, you just let me know. I still have a love-hate relationship with this unit. I still do. But I'm going to give her 5 out of 5 stars anyway, and that's just because of who she replaces. Rachel. I still don't know how to pronounce that unit's name. Anyways, with those crazy bases that La Rachel has whenever she joins the party, and then Valentine just inherits those, she's already one of the best units, in my personal opinion, in this game. 5 out of 5 stars easily. But still have a love-hate relationship with her. I still hate La Rachel as a character, but I love her bases because they shine through on this character. So, you know, is what it is. Then we come to the first of the Summoner Trio, as you guys have seen. This is Elfried. Elfried turned out very well this time around. Definitely gives that Nosferatu tank idea that Flash coined for her. I love rally movement. Rally movement, I think, is one of the better rally skills, right up there with rally speed. I think it's a little better than rally speed, in my opinion. I give Elfried 4 out of 4. Do I give her 4? Yeah, I'll give her 4 out of 5 stars, because there are things she definitely lacks in. I mean, I'm looking right now, and I see that she's almost capped her defense. I didn't realize summoners had so low defense. Regardless, 4 out of 5 stars, almost a 5 out of 5 stars, but I think 4 out of 5 stars is a good spot to have her, in my personal opinion. So, I mean, there you go. And now you're going to see what I mean. Yeah, this is Shelby, and you can kind of see the differences between her and Era with how they kind of went with their levels. I mean, Shelby took a little more in speed. Era leveled res more and, skill more. But Shelby kind of went for strength and defense. Regardless, Shelby is a pretty good unit. She joins in Chapter 5 alongside Ryu, and I mean Wyvern unit. Immediately, 4 out of 5 stars. I'm never not going to give her 4 out of 5 stars. She chose Crit Boost as her personal skill, which I personally love on a Wyvern unit because it just makes Killer Lances that much more scary to deal with, and that's what I love about Shelby. So yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. Not much else to say here. She's a great Wyvern Lord. Invest. Now we're going to come to the first unit that I really have issues with, and that is Lucia. And my main problem with Lucia is the same problem I have with Jessie, is that her HP is so low. Not to mention that she didn't level speed, she's not leveling defense. I mean, what helps her there is her ready stance plus force feed and defense when foe initiates battle. So that kind of helps her survivability just a little more. But other than that, I mean, she does not do well, especially this late into the game when she levels like this. So personally, I'm going to give her 2 out of 5 stars. Yeah, first 2 out of 5 stars. Because of the fact she showed promise early on, but she seems to have fallen off really badly, especially with not leveling speed or defense, either one. But I mean, she only has a 10% defense growth, so that kind of hinders her going on later on, because there are so many physical units later on in the game that she needs to deal with. I mean, her res is fine for dealing with the magical units, but still, 2 out of 5 stars. There are a lot better options for if you want a summoner, and Elfried is one of those. Then we can come on over to Percival. Percival is a very good unit, especially now, considering the fact she has Astra, which skill percent activation, so when you cap her skill, that's a 30% chance to activate. She gives 5 attacks at half damage, and with that comes lethality she gets as an assassin, because I chose assassin as her path, not only for the thief utility, but for this combo. When I saw that Percival got Astra, I was like, oh man, I know what Astra and lethality can do, because at any point in any of those 5 strikes, you could proc lethality, and that's just an insane combination to me. Astra lethality is one of the best combinations ever. For that reason alone, I give her 5 out of 5 stars. At base unit value, though, I give her 3 out of 5 stars because of how much I had to train her to get her here. She's a really good dodge tank, but her defensive side is, as you can see, 35% defense growth, 20% res growth. She's not that good on the defensive side. You have to rely on her dodge taking abilities, really. So, that's Percival. On this build here, 5 out of 5 stars if you can get her here, but at base value, 3 out of 5 stars, really. Then we come to the Luke replacement, which is Violet, and immediately I'm going to give this one 5 out of 5 stars, and that personally comes from this skill right here, Tome Fair. Tome Fair is absolutely insane, because already the GBA games are known for having most of their units with low to no res, and with an insane 90%, yeah, you're saying that right, 90% magic growth. She's just going to absolutely obliterate anything she comes across. Yeah, she's got a pretty lackluster speed growth. Yeah, her defense growth is a little low. But Tome Fair just makes it not matter. I mean, she can take a hit from an archer, and she's just going to nuke him to death right back. So personally, I give Violet 5 out of 5 stars. I mean, she took the Luke replacement, and she made it absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So yeah, Violet, 5 out of 5 stars. No questions asked. Then we come to the Ines replacement, Cecilia, a Berserker. She takes Ines's bases very well, especially considering she joins at level 1, just like Ines does. Well, of course. And she is really good as a unit. I mean, she has Colossus. Colossus is a skill that triples your strength whenever it procs. So it is absolutely insane if you get Colossus on her. She's really good in Ines's spot. She could be better though. That's why I'm going to give her 4 out of 5 stars for that reason, because there is just some areas she can be better in. But I mean, it's a Berserker. Berserkers are great in this game. 4 out of 5 stars, no questions asked. I still got quite a few units to get through here, as you can kind of see, so I will have to make a part 2 for this. I will definitely come back to this and get to the rest of these units with their ratings. But that was part 1. We did all the way through Cecilia. You guys have personal comments of your own about these units. Feel free to share them in the comments. These are just my personal takes on them all. Yeah, next up we'll have Shadow starting off part 2. Until then, this is Krytos3153. I'll catch you then.